Catalan President Quim Torra on Saturday named 2 lawmakers in custody and 2 others who are in Brussels in self-imposed exile to his cabinet, in a move likely to anger the Spanish government. Torra, who was appointed president by Catalonia's parliament last week, tapped Jordi Turull and Josep Borrell to serve in the government. Both lawmakers, who remain in custody near Madrid on charges related to a controversial independence bid, said via Twitter that they accepted the offer to join the government. Turull said in a tweet that he was honored to accept the request from Torra, adding that he would devote his body and soul to the service of all Catalans. Legal? But it is unlikely that the Spanish government will accept Torra's nominations. Although Torra has the ability to appoint his government by decree, Madrid still has the opportunity to block it. Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy's government has said it expects the Catalan administration to be legal and viable, after the regional parliament attempted multiple times to appoint a leader in jail or exile, including former Catalan President Carles Puigdemont. Catalonia has been settled by the Phoenicians, the Etruscans and the Greeks, who are mainly in the coastal areas of Roses and Embrys, above. Then came the Romans, who built more settlements and infrastructure. Catalonia remained a part of the Roman Empire until it was conquered by the Visigoths in the 5th century. Catalonia was conquered by Arabs in 711 AD. The Frankish king Charlemagne stopped their advance at Tours on the Loire River and, by 759, the north of Catalonia was once again Christian. In 1137, the counties that made up Catalonia entered an alliance with the Crown of Aragon. In the 13th century, the institutions of Catalan self-administration were created under the banner of the Generalitat de Catalunya. After the unification of the Crown of Aragon with that of Castile in 1476, Aragon was largely able to keep its autonomic institutions. However, the Catalan Revolt, from 1640 to 1659, saw parts of Catalonia ceded to present-day France. After the conquest of Barcelona on September 11, 1714, by the Bourbon King Philip V, Catalan institutions were dissolved and self-administration came to an end. Every year, on September 11, Catalans commemorate the end of their right to autonomy. After the abdication of King Amadeo I of Spain, the First Spanish Republic was declared in February 1873. It lasted barely a year. Supporters of the Republic were split, one group supporting the idea of a centralized republic, the others wanting a federal system. Pictured here is Francisco Paya Maragall, a supporter of federalism and one of 5 presidents of the short-lived republic. Catalonia sought to establish a new state within the Spanish Republic, but this only served to exacerbate the differences between republicans, ultimately dividing and weakening them. In 1874, the monarchy and the House of Bourbon, led by King Alfonso XII, pictured here, took the helm. Between 1923, with the support of the monarchy, the army and the church, General Primo de Rivera declared a dictatorship. Catalonia became a center of opposition and resistance. After the end of the dictatorship, the politician Francesc Macià, pictured here, successfully pressed for important rights of autonomy for Catalonia. In the Second Spanish Republic, Catalan lawmakers worked on the Statute of Autonomy of Catalonia. This was approved by the Spanish Parliament in 1932. Francesc Macià was elected president of the Generalitat of Catalonia by the Catalan Parliament. However, the victory of Franco at the end of the Spanish Civil War, 1936 to 1939, put an end to all that. The Franco regime ruled with an iron rod. Political parties were banned and the Catalan language and culture were suppressed. After the first parliamentary elections that followed the end of the Franco dictatorship, the Generalitat of Catalonia was provisionally restored. Under the democratic Spanish Constitution of 1978, Catalonia was given a new statute of autonomy just a year later. The new Statute of Autonomy recognized the autonomy of Catalonia and the importance of the Catalan language. In comparison to the 1932 statute, it was enhanced in the fields of culture and education, but curtailed when it came to the realm of justice. Pictured here is Jordi Pujol, the longtime head of the government of Catalonia after the dictatorship. A desire for independence has grown stronger in recent years. In 2006, Catalonia was given a new statute that broadened the Catalan government's powers. However, it lost these after a complaint by the Conservative Popular Party to the Constitutional Court of Spain. A referendum on independence was already envisaged for November 9, 2014. The first question was, do you want Catalonia to become a state? In the case of an affirmative answer, the second question was posed, do you want this state to be independent? However, the Constitutional Court suspended the vote. Since January 2016, Carles Puigdemont has been president of the Catalan government. He proceeded with the separatist course of his predecessor Artur Mas and called the new referendum for October 1, 2017. Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy dismissed this as unconstitutional. Author, Richard Connor, serious error. Last year, Madrid imposed direct rule after the Catalan government orchestrated an independence referendum, which was outlawed by Spain's Supreme Court prior to the vote. As part of the intervention, Spain's government dissolved the regional parliament and called snap elections, which saw pro-independence parties claim a majority in the legislature. But the separatist movement has fractured following infighting between the parties. Salvador Illa, who serves as organization secretary for the Socialists Party of Catalonia (PSC), told FA news agency that Torra's decision to appoint jailed and exiled lawmakers was a serious error. From the first day, we have been saying that people who can serve and develop in the entirety of their functions should have the greatest responsibilities, said Illa. But this is not the case. The PSE lawmaker added that she was concerned by scarce feminine presence in Torra's proposed government. It does not reflect the balance that it should have. The PSE does not support a Catalan independence bid. As the world watched, Catalonia's parliament voted 70-10 for the region to declare its independence from Spain. Our legitimate parliament has taken a very important step. This is the people's mandate, Puigdemont said after the decision. Dozens of opposition lawmakers from the Socialist Party, Citizens Party and Popular Party had walked out of the parliament chamber to boycott the vote. Within an hour of the Catalan vote, the Spanish Senate in Madrid passed a bill to trigger Article 155 of the Spanish Constitution. The measure will allow the central government to suspend Catalonia's autonomy. Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy said he would sack Catalonia's government and set new regional elections for December 21. European leaders were quick to condemn the independence declaration. EU Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker said the Union doesn't need any more cracks, while EU Council President Donald Tusk said Madrid remains our only interlocutor. Leaders in Germany, France, Italy and the UK voiced their support for Madrid. The US also chimed in, saying, Catalonia is an integral part of Spain. Barcelona and Madrid had been in a standoff since 93% of voters opted for Catalan independence in an October 1 referendum marred by police violence. Spain said the poll was illegal and stressed the low voter turnout of 43%. It subsequently threatened to suspend the region's autonomy if Catalan leaders did not stop their drive for independence. Many had expected tensions to ease on October 26, when Catalan President Carles Puigdemont was expected to call snap elections to bow to a key Spanish government demand. But Puigdemont refused, saying that he did not have enough guarantees from Madrid. Instead, he called on the Catalan parliament to decide on how to respond to Spain's threat to suspend the region's autonomy. Tens of thousands of pro-independence protesters had taken to the streets of Barcelona ahead of the independence declaration to demand the region's secession and the release of two leaders of pro-independence organizations, Jordi Cuixart and Jordi Sanchez. Independence has divided Catalonia. Many who supported continued unity with Spain refused to vote in the October 1 referendum. The pro-independence crowds outside the Catalan parliament immediately rejoiced after hearing the independence declaration. Many people were draped in the Estelada flag associated with Catalan independence. Some reportedly called for the Spanish flag to be removed from the Catalan government palace as regional lawmakers arrived from the parliament. Author Alexander Pearson LS, JM, FA, AFP. Each evening at 18:30 UTC, DW's editors send out a selection of the day's hard news and quality feature journalism. You can sign up to receive it directly here.